last day, and then refocus our efforts on the next thing. So, this was the hardest one to get up. Most expensive, hardest one. Took off years of our lives. It was a monumental bitch.
Was that?
Sorry to hear that.
Was it because of the time of the year? Because of the place? Like,
or is it so hard? It was the grandest one we've ever built. Very expensive, and we just. I mean, I was like, let's build a jungle. Let's build a cave and temple. Okay, and I think my line producer needs to say no more often. But it's like we just. I don't know. It's the venue. The venue. I don't want to say anything about the venue owner, but the rent. There's so many boring aspects of this that you guys probably don't even want to hear about. But like, it's just a very difficult endeavor to do something like this with all these actors, and it's a grueling show. So you got double cast, and hopefully nobody gets sick. And it's live theater, but like in a really grand scale, and one that keeps me awake a lot.
So you have two casts working the show at all times, or it keeps the interval? Is that?
So there's 3 plays going on at one time, and the leads are double cast. Like Stanfield, Carrot, Uda, Eve, they're all double cast. And some of those characters I wanted to kind of last longer, but you can't because of the format, because they have to go and reset. So you double casting. There was one case where if I wanted them to go longer, I would have to triple cast that character, and it's just too much. So it's 15 actors per night, and as I said, some of them are double cast.
so what would you call this kind of what do you call this kind of experience? Because it's not an escape room, it's not a play, it's like.
I think it's a play.
It's a play. Yeah.
It's an interactive play.
Okay.
That's how we say it. Interactive play. If people are like, well, what's that? I'm like, well, it's a moving play. You're not sitting down. You're moving through a story. So every Delusion, as Steve can attest to, is it's very story driven, and it's all linear, as opposed to like something like Sleep No More is more non-linear and exploratory. This is very much like you're in a movie, and you're on the path.
How hard is it to trust the audience or the audience members to do the right thing? Because I know there was a point where we were in like a side room. There was a door we were supposed to go through. And we must have sat in that room for like 2 minutes doing nothing because
we were looking for stuff.
We were confused.
Yeah, just before you activated Carrick.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that might have been an anomaly where the actors are supposed to hear you if you're taking too long and prompt you. So there might have been a bit of a mishap there, but.
I don't mean it as a complaint or anything.
No,
like
but
that,
but you're right. I mean, you're right. We're going back to the question of like, that is something that my team hates me for. Is I always trust the audience too much. Trusting people to do things. I mean, the original ending, I was going to have people. Well, for this ending, I was going to have people go into the temple on their own. Like Eve doesn't go with you; she gets taken out, and you're on your own in the temple. It never worked. It never worked. It's just
There's too many nooks and crannies in there.
There's too many things going on. Too many, like liability of like people not knowing what to do. I mean, you can lead people. There's a way. Might be a way to do it, but it didn't fit this story. But anyway, yeah, we trust the audience way too much. But we hope that within every group, there's like one person who can act as a leader. The whole thing is like a social experiment too. So like this one person who can like just know that the story needs to keep moving forward, and I think we should go over here. I think we should put the blade through the slot. But the actors have props. Apparently not with your group, but they're supposed to have props. Yeah.
No, it was actually kind of cool though, because it's too bad that there is kind of that time crunch, because in that one particular case we didn't see the door at first, so we're looking at like papers and like the date on a magazine and like all trying to
and the
find
film
stuff.
canister
we
and
probably made you reset double because we moved a lot of stuff.
we devoured that room.
And then we saw the door, but it was this like moment of
and it
Yeah.
felt like a discovery.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we accomplished something.
Yeah, instead of being shown it felt like we actually like.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of trusting the audience too, is that you allow them to have that excitement and discovery moments as well.
Exactly.
Not having to just hand it to them.
Yeah.
Well, and it probably didn't help that there was the 3 of us had never done it before, and we were like,
Yeah, the 3 people have never done it.
You were in that room,
Yeah.
And you finally got the safe. You went through the safe.
Yeah.
Were you able to actually move the symbols?
Yes.
You were.
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a fun one when you can actually do it properly, and then it says, well, we built that app for this. Like you see success. Like, that's
But like we went in that room and I thought, oh, are we backstage? It was kind of a weird thing because there's all these like TV monitors and stuff. So it kind of felt. But then
there.
yeah,
that little
where character,
yeah. No, it's that's funny. It's good that you're able to figure it out eventually. But yeah, I'll talk to the actor after.
Without, obviously, I know you can't give away spoilers, but if you were talking to someone who'd seen the show around Halloween time, why should they come back? Can you give a hint to them what's different? Obviously, we've been there, so we know.
Yeah. Well, two things. One, I would say there's an alternate ending. So if you went there before, there's a very exciting new alternate ending that has more significance to the story than the fall one, I'd say. And there's a few little moments in between in the show that are enhancements. And then I would say, as I say all the time, is if you go to this show, if nothing changes, if you go it the second time, you will absorb a lot more of the story. You'll absorb a lot more of the character development. Everything that I'm trying to tell you, you will get more in the second run of this. So it will feel like a new show to you.
And I know that you said that kind of doing like this director's cut was almost like a risk or like something, a test. If this is successful, is this something that you'd be willing to do on other plays that you're going to be having in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, to be honest, we're in sort of as I said, the risk was not so much doing the director's cut, it was more the timing, the season. That's the risk. And I don't know if I think interactive theater can exist at any time here. I think we are a bit of our own enemy in that the 5 years of fall season and horror and all that has been our mantra, has been labeled with us. So I think a lot of people don't think about it during this time of the year, but we just wanted to try to see if people are into it. And everybody who comes is super into it, but I don't think I want to put the effort into the spring season again. I just think there's a magic to the fall season that is unmistakable. And
I mean, people look forward to the fall season every year for all of the different things.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people. People travel out here to Southern California for everything, and they stay out here for weeks and weeks and do all of the events, including obviously.
And that's the thing is like people do that, but then at the same time, everybody who comes here, every single night, they're like, "Oh my God, this exists in LA. There's nothing like it, and it's so cool. I can do it in February and March and all that." I'm like, "Well, that's awesome, but to sustain this kind of thing, and it's like, I don't know. We need a bigger marketing budget, I guess." So yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's a little bit tough to get the word out, but yet in the fall it's impossible
pretty
to get
easy.
into it.
Right, exactly. So, will you be back this fall?
I don't know. I'm trying to recover from this.
No,
This one is like I need a vacation, a long one. But my friend who was just telling me about it, she's like, she knows me pretty well. She's like, I know you. You're gonna be like, you're complaining about it. You want to go disappear in the woods, which I'm going to for like a while, and maybe I won't come back. But she's like, you'll come back and you're gonna have that bug again. So she was like, come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just you're gonna want to do it again. I mean, it's really like people coming out and getting all excited about it. Like you guys, it's actually really it affects me in a big way. So it makes me want to do it again.
How long is like the build time, like lead up time from conception of the idea until opening night? Like how long does it take to put something like this together?
Which one took the longest to write because time travel really messed with my head for a while, and I fell into this crazy writer's block. But that was about a year on and off of writing, and then we started building. It took 7 weeks to build. So yeah, once the build started, it kind of moved relatively quickly. So I'd say, with writing and the build, like a year and a half.
Wow.
And do you like play tests? So like we were talking earlier about like having the audience go through and trusting them. Is there like a time period where you're letting people go through kind of work in progress rehearsals? Or
yeah, we have our tech rehearsal and our dress rehearsal just like any other play. So we'll have groups go through and take notes and adjust when we need to. Yeah, we could have probably used more of that, but we have really good actors who can like improv and make things work, and you wouldn't even know that something went wrong. But yeah, there's one.
Do you use a lot of the same actors for
Painful
different seasons?
Yeah, we have like this giant pool of Delusion actors that are I think they're the best actors in this field. They're incredible. Like, we have a lot of interactive theater actors now in LA, and they're finding it's crazy invigorating just to be like in front of an audience. I could never do it. They can do it, and to be so intimate with an audience is such a high for them.
Right.
It is.
So
It's so much cooler
yeah.
being on the stage in front of the audience because you're right there, and like all of the improv you get to do and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. And they're so into it, and they're incredible, and they
Yeah.
do it 15 times a night.
Yeah.
From September 20th to like now and March 17th, and every group that comes in, it's like
It's
the first
brand
time.
new. Yeah,
And I always
it's
go
brand
through
new.
it, and I remind them, but they don't even need reminding. I'm like, just remember, like, you've been doing this for a while, but these people this is their first time.
Right.
This is their first time coming into this world. Like, welcome them into it. So.
Can you talk a little bit about the future? Back when you first made the plans to do this, you spoke to Variety, and there was talk about podcast, VR, turning Crimson Queen into TV, and maybe keeping Delusion going year-round. You sound a little tired. So, how enthusiastic are you about those plans now?
Well, I'm super enthusiastic about those plans. Like, I'm writing the Crimson Queen podcast now. I think that would be a cool old school radio drama kind of thing. It'd be a really cool feature too. But so I'm writing that. I'm tired because of this show, because of the live theater is very exhausting. The way I'm very anal about this stuff, and I drive home and I think about all these little things. I can't stop thinking about them. Whereas like filming stuff or writing or something that's recorded in some way, it's a lot easier for me. I just put it down and it exists. So
You can walk away from it.
just walk away, man. But this one, it's a non-stop thing. So the fatigue you see, this is definitely like Delusion's done this to me.
You're gonna look like me pretty soon, right? You're gonna...
He might. He has the beanie on.
I know, right?
No, it just stays on.
No plans then to sustain Delusion as a live show
So-
year-round or anytime but fall?
Well, I think we're at in a crossroads here and a flex about like if there's going to be sort of a year-round Delusion. It kind of goes to what I was saying earlier about the magic of the fall season. I think this was a test to see. I think if we had some massive marketing budget with like billboards, then it might be a different story. But this still remains like a underground cultish kind of thing, which a lot of people love. I mean, I'm one of them as well too. But you can't really sustain a business like that.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the tough part. It's like retain the dignity and the quality of what you build, but also like make a living. How the fuck do we do that?
But you do go beyond fall. I mean, you run through November, December.
Well,
It's longer than other Halloween practices.
Yeah, but I still consider that period of time, September to December, the magic.
Yeah.
Is. So we don't have any problem like November, December, people wanting to do these kind of things. It's like they're still dying to do it.
Yeah.
I think February, March.
You're glad it's here.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're here too.
Awesome.
So this was a
the
pretty
beginning.
effects-heavy show. Which was the hardest thing, like between the stone puppet and everything as you have the leg out? Was the hardest thing for you guys to pull off in this particular show?
And this one, opening the doors in general.
That was the hardest part for us, was opening doors.
Going through the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, this was probably I think building the Act 4 without going into like crazy spoilers. And you can see it in the trailer. Yes, you go back pretty far in time. But I think building that. This is the first year we've hired a professional shop, as opposed to just having Kevin, our production designer, bring in his team to build stuff. We had to get into a proper scenic shop with Kevin overseeing them as well too. So building that out was our biggest set piece and our grandest sort of design, as opposed to like previous years you have the mansion and you can just, there's nothing really major, no real major build when it comes to those. So this was tough financially as well too.
So this was your first show that didn't revolve around horror themes, if you will. Is this something that you'd like to do more of, or do you like kind of stay within the realm of stuff that you've done in prior years when it comes to the themes?
I think I want to do anything that's sort of in the fantasy horror genre. This one being the most sort of fantastical, adventurous one, but I'm not sure what the next story will be. But it'll all exist within mystery, sci-fi, suspense, horror. Like all the shows will kind of encompass that. The previous shows were more horror oriented, And the plan is to bring back some of those shows because a lot of people didn't get to see them in 2012, 2013, all that. Yeah, so exactly. So I think we need to bring back some of those, but we'll see.
And I mean, for people that have done those past ones, I mean, there's the appetite is there to see those again. So like you said, going through again, it's a different experience every time. So
exactly. Yeah, bring back the 2012 show. Bring back the 2013 Mask of Mortality show. Bring that stuff back.
Cool.
They'll be like new shows again.
Yep. Thanks, John.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks everyone for showing.